Hello, it's Dr. Gutierrez. Today I'm going to present a source that I found is really helpful for my students to understand anatomy. In fact, the person who actually uh, introduced me to this program, to this organization actually, was the highest grade in my anatomy class I've ever had. Uh, he did make a couple errors, but overall, he said it was extremely useful, and most of my students who have used it ever since have said it is invaluable in studying anatomy. Now, I know that usually I tend to do martial arts, and this is actually one of the most important topics you can actually learn in martial arts is anatomy, both the gross anatomy and the histology. The reason is it actually shows you how the body can arrange, and if you understand the basic anatomy, you can a lot of times understand how to prevent injuries. And so if you are one of the people who actually is looking at your martial art, trying to figure out how to do it better, trying to figure out is there a better way to do something, or uh, what the anatomy of what you're doing looks like, this is actually one of the best programs to use. And it is called KenHub. You can see up here it's called kenhub.com. And I will go into the pricing first because you'll be able to see that they do have a lot of different types. Uh, you can get a free membership temporarily. It's a basic one, which actually makes a lot of things available. The person who did do the best in my anatomy class did get the premium one, which is the one they charge you for. So it's about $40 a month, or if you're going to use it for more than a year, I would consider a lifetime. If you're just trying to learn basic anatomy, I actually would recommend doing the half year or the monthly, in part because of everything they actually offer. So if you look at this, they do offer you video tutorials, they offer you quizzes to see if you are understanding anatomy. They have exam prep questions which will help you, and they actually have people to help you understand anatomy. So it is actually to me, it's one of the most helpful uh, tools out there to learning anatomy. Now, with that said, the really important thing in this is actually the pictures. Now, I usually like to deal with bones and muscles because a lot of times people don't understand how basic structure works. So I'm just going to show you a real quick overview. If you were to look at the main bones of the upper limb, for instance, you can come here, and it does have a lot of writing you can actually see, and it shows you how the bones are actually arranged really well. These are the closest thing you're going to get to perfect alignment in anatomy. So you can, for us who use this for, let's say, punching, you can see why using these two lines up here, and so the force tends to travel straight up. Versus if you use other ones, it tends to have a variation on how force will actually go through. So with it, you can end up doing a lot of different things. Now, the other nice thing about it is you can see they actually do offer pictures here, and you can enlarge it so you can see feature available only for premium subscribers. So you can enlarge it if you're a premium subscriber. In a computer, you can't see what you're looking at. So if you're dealing with the clavicle, you can see it here. Now, again, it's one of these tools which is really important. If you actually go to the where would it be? If you go to the introduction page, you can see how it's set up. So you have the basics, upper limb, lower limb. So you actually can do a lot of regional anatomy if you want. You can also end up breaking it apart to do just the bones if you like. The other nice thing is it does have a lot of histology. So you can do a lot of histology work. And neat thing is they do have the fetal tissues too. So you can see how, for instance, if we go to the brain, you can see how pretty much the fetal brain embryology, the development of the central nervous system, you can have it here. And so it has so much different things available to you that it will actually not just give you a knowledge of anatomy, but it will increase your understanding of anatomy, of actually not just your anatomy, but of your of your martial arts. One of the nice things is it also has clinical notes, and so you can get a little bit of those. So you can see how valuable it would be. This is actually just a writing. This is just, I'm actually just showing you the basic functions. But they do have, like I said, a lot of other ways to help you. This is, like I said, if you're interested in kinesiology and clinical anatomy, this is probably the first site you should go to. Nice thing is they do give you a bit of a trial for the premium, so you can see what the premium is like. And like I've actually mentioned, most of the people who I know who have actually used this say it's actually really easy to use. For instance, you can write down, for instance, the scaphoid, let's say. And if you're interested in looking at the bone, it shows you where it might be found, and you then have the ability to look at the scaphoid in their pictures, so you can see it here. So when you're actually reading any clinical manifestations of injuries that are caused in martial arts, you can see what people are talking about by using this program. Highly recommend it, and I actually, like I said, I don't get paid for any of these reviews. I would say this is something every martial artist should be involved in. If you have your own school and are going to be showing people how things are done, I think this is one of those that unless you are teaching anatomy every day, you really should get the premium edition, because it will actually show you a lot more of the things that you maybe didn't know exactly where it was or why it was called that. So I am just making a short video. I recently got inspired again to do these, mostly because I found certain things that I feel would help a lot of people in their martial arts. And so that's actually why I did this video. I will probably do another one soon on why you can relax, and as long as you have your arms can actually be relaxed when striking something, and as long as you have the right structure, the alignment of the bones, which you can see here, you will be able to see you'll be able to see that you don't need to be tense to actually maintain structure. You can actually rely on the structure itself to maintain the force. I hope you enjoyed this and have a nice day.